All right, welcome to Open House Lawrence 2020. I am Anthony Casey. I will be your son or your daughter's Global 1 teacher, Global 2 teacher, or United States History teacher. And I also do a college elective, American History 1, and we'll talk about the differences there. So let's get started. First, I want to talk about each course so that you know what your child's going to learn about. Second, I will talk about some of the resources that are available to your child and to you. And then third, I'll just talk about my goals and what I want to make sure is very clear before sending you out of here. All right, let's begin. First, Global 1. If your child is in 9th grade, they're taking Global 1 with me. Global 1 is a course that starts before 0 and goes all the way up to 1500. It is a course that starts with early man, works through world religions. We talk about ancient Greece, ancient Rome. We talk about the Byzantines, the Mongols, Crusades, really cool stuff. And my goal in 9th grade is really to try to get the students thinking critically about history, realizing that they can write really well if they put in the work, and starting to get them used to the Regents language. The Regents language, what I mean by that is sometimes the Regents has a tricky way of asking questions. And so what we need to do is prepare them for the level of reading that's going to be required and the level of interpretation that's going to be required through maps, political cartoons, etc. So I'll get them ready for that. I will get them ready for an enduring issues essay, which is part of the Regents, and I'll talk more about the Regents when I get to 10th grade. For 9th grade, they just have a local final, that's it. But again, I want to make sure that they are starting to get ready for that Regents, so I'm going to prepare them, I'm going to put them at that high standard, and I'm going to support them all the way as they get to that high standard. I'll push them, I'll make them think, I'll make them write, and ultimately, I want to make sure that they love global history. So that is my goal this year for the 9th grade. For 10th graders have a Regents exam. At the end of the year, they're responsible for taking the Regents exam that has 30 multiple choice. They have 6 short answer questions, and then they have 1 enduring issues essay. I say that essay, the enduring issues essay, your child will know what I'm talking about if they're in 10th grade because they'll have written a few. The essay basically is about stringing together a series of 3 out of 5 documents, putting together 3 documents, figuring out what issue, what problem relates those things together, and overwhelming me with outside information from their brain. So it's a combination of what do you know in history, and then how can we relate these documents to what you know in history. It's a lot of fun. It pushes them. It makes them think, and I like making them think. Now, what is Global 2 all about? Well, it covers a lot of stuff. We start with the rise of absolutism, the Enlightenment. We talk about the Industrial Revolution, nationalism, imperialism. We do both world wars. We do the Cold War. We do the fall of the Soviet Union. I mean, great course. A lot of different things that we're going to talk about. We will be a lot of different places around the world. They will learn a lot of really cool names. A lot of fun in Global 2. And at the end of Global 2, we will have a good understanding, at least, of how things work in the global sphere so that we can make sure that we are preparing our students to be thinkers, right? That's what I want them to be at the end of the course, is to be thinkers and, of course, be ready for the Regents exam. So that's 10th grade. Well, let's move on to 11th grade. And in 11th grade, what they do is they take American history. We start with the American Revolution, pretty much, and work our way all the way up to present day, hitting all the presidents in between, going on westward expansion and the Oregon Trail, making sure we talk about immigration, making sure we cover each world war from the vantage point of the Americans. We do a lot of really cool stuff in American history as well. Very much project-based. I try to make sure that they do something with the knowledge I give them. For example, we'll be working on a U.S. Constitution picture book just to make sure that they really understand the key concepts that are going to prepare them for the Regents exam. So, and also have a lot of fun. I hope that it'll be fun. At the end of the 11th grade curriculum, we always have to make sure that we talk about the Regents exam, but the Regents exam is the same thing, 30 multiple choice, 6 short answer questions, and then it ends up being an enduring issues essay at the end. You put those together, you got yourself another Regents exam. And so that's the Regents level section. You may hear your child say, well, I'm in the college section. If that is the case, college section has an argument paper. It's not a research paper in the sense of maybe like, tell me everything you know about the state of New Jersey or something. It's not that at all. Instead, what it really is it comes down to, I have your child figure out a topic they want. I have them go out and find original research. So what are historians saying about a topic that you care about? Where do you disagree with those historians? And how can you sort of either prove them wrong or prove that their analysis falls short? It's high level. It's collegiate. I try my best to make them, by the end of the year, feel confident that when we drop them off to SUNY Oneonta, or when we drop them off to St. Rose, wherever they end up going in college, they can go there with their head held high and know that their writing is on par. Know that their writing is at a level where they can be successful in college. And I push them. And it's not just a one-way street either. They have to push themselves too. They have to put in the hard work. But if they do, I'm going to get them there. That's my goal and what I really want to make happen. I want them to be college level writers. So it's a quarterly paper. So that means once per quarter, they will complete this paper. The credits for American History 1, 3 credits for the first semester. And then in January, they'll have to re-up and they'll take American History 2 for another 3 credits. So theoretically, your child could get out of here with 6 credits in American History, which is a nice thing to do. One less thing they got to take in college, right? All right, so those are all my courses. I wanted to finish by making it very clear how to contact me and some resources that you can use to help your child be successful. So first, on my board, I hope you can see this. My email address is there. It is acasey, C-A-S-E-Y, at lawrencecs.org, at lawrencecs.org. That is the best way to contact me and contact me very quickly. We also have Microsoft Teams, but I think for now, that's just a great way to get a hold of me. And if you do get a hold of me, I'm going to get back to you quickly. I really want to make sure that you know I'm here to help you and help your child be successful. So you're not going to, you shouldn't have to wait a week for me to get back to you. I'm on it, right? I'm here. So that's my email address. Second thing I would like for you to check out, but at the very least, I want you to know that it's available. That tagline here, that search term, if we will, is Mr. Casey, all caps, no spaces. So MRCASEY, all caps, no spaces. If you plug that into YouTube, the search bar on YouTube, you plug that in, what you will find is me. You will see Anthony Casey, all right? You click, you're on my page. And what I did is I organized my channel into a couple of different sections. First section is Global 1. Second, Global 2. And then third, I've got U.S. History. On each playlist, what I have is if you click, let's say we go through and we click the 11th grade playlist, right? What you will find is me teaching and talking through the PowerPoint that's used to teach your child. Okay, so there's a PowerPoint, there's notes right on it that they could copy if they were absent. If they wanted to hear the lesson again, they could go right on there. They could listen to the American Revolution lesson again. They could go right on there, listen to me talk about world religions, go right on there, listen to me talk about World War II. They click right away. It's very easy. It's super nice to be able to just click and go. They can stop, they can rewind, they can speed it up, whatever they've got to do, but it's all right there for them. So there's no excuse if they're absent for a while. That's a resource you can use pretty easily, if you have internet, of course, right? The other thing that I have on that YouTube page is little mixtape. I like to rap to the students. I think it promotes engagement. I think that if they can remember some of these crazy songs we're listening to, why can't they use some of my lyrics to remember some facts about history? I think that it's pretty cool. I think it makes them think. Sometimes, I think it makes them feel too, which is really important to me. I want them to feel history. I don't want them to just remember it. I want them to feel it, right? The energy. So you can check those out. I think they're really cool, and I hope you think they're cool too. So I've talked about email. I've talked about my YouTube page, Mr. Casey, all caps, no spaces. Last thing, I have a Quizlet page as well. Same tagline, Mr. Casey, all caps, no spaces. If you've ever heard of Quizlet, or if you haven't, it's fine. Check it out. It is a resource that has flashcards. It's a resource that has test functions, and it's all right there for your child. All they have to do is just click on the unit they're learning about. Quizlet does the rest for them. They pick it, they can play games on there, and it's all historical vocabulary that I have created. So I know it's good. I know that it's applicable to what they're learning. It's applicable to the stories I'm teaching. It's exactly what they need to be successful. So, YouTube, Quizlet, and my email. Everything else will work itself out. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me. And I will finish by saying that I hope that I am going to try, and I'm going to give my very best effort to make sure that when your child is with me virtually or in the classroom, whatever it may be, that I try to make history their favorite subject. I want them to love being in my classroom, and I'm going to do my very best this year to make them have an awesome year. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to talking to you, meeting you, doing some emails back and forth, whatever it's got to be. Take care.